Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Dawn Report, where I give out my favorite MLB home run picks for the day. My name is Matt Modi with Jedi Modi Sports Betting. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. Would appreciate it if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are a regular, well, welcome back. I appreciate you. To do a quick recap, yesterday I gave out 3 picks on this YouTube channel. We got one of those 3 to cash. We end the day positive +2 units. One thing that is kind of frustrating, and it's kind of just the nature of the business with some of these sports books. One of our players, we had Aaron Judge. He actually did not start the game, but he came in as a pinch hitter, and FanDuel will still count those bets, whereas other books will void. So unfortunately, we did not get that refunded because Aaron Judge made a plate appearance. So that one has to go down as an L. But still, as I mentioned, up 2 units yesterday. That brings our total profit on the Dawn Report up to 49.85 units. So for those of you $100 a unit bettors, you're up just under 5K, which is amazing, and ROI of 11.0%. Anything above 10% is phenomenal. Really good ROI. Things are going well. As for today, I got 3 more home run picks for you guys to lock in. As I mentioned, if you're not already, would appreciate it if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's chat about these dongs. So play number 1 in the Braves versus Cubs game, we're going with Matt Olson to hit a home run. This is at +285 odds at FanDuel. Now, right off the bat, I will admit that this is admittedly not the best weather game for home runs to be hit at Wrigley Field. The wind is blowing in, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult for home runs to be hit. But I will say the value on Matt Olson is really, really good. FanDuel offering it at +285, significantly higher than the rest of the books. It was like a 12% positive EV play, so very much EV. And the Braves hit a bunch of home runs literally yesterday in another game that was not a positive weather game. That was a negative weather game for home runs to be hit. So I'm not necessarily scared off of Olson from this one. I will say he didn't hit one yesterday, but again, just because he went 1 game without hitting a home run, it doesn't scare me off at all. He has a ridiculous 5 home runs in his last 10 games, and he's hit a home run, just 1. If not 1 game, he hit 2, but he's hit a home run in 4 of his past 6 games. And that's including not hitting one yesterday. So just because he didn't hit one yesterday, we're confident that he's going to hit one today. His ISO rate on this entire season as a whole is an insane 33.4%. If you remember, ISO rate stands for isolated power, and anything 25% and above is excellent. He's at 33%, and that's on the entire year. So a massive sample size. With the barrel rate of 18.8%. Barrel rate measures how well you hit the barrel of the bat with the ball. 18.8% is phenomenal. Anything 15% and above is considered excellent. And these are both looking at Fangraphs. Against right-handed pitching specifically, which is what he will be facing today against the Cubs, that ISO rate jumps up to 37.1%. So again, this is taking the entire season into account. So not just looking at his recent hot streak. 37.1% against right-handed pitching is insane. And now we are going to look at it recently. We are going to look at the small sample size. But since the All-Star break for batters, I like to look at kind of smaller sample sizes because what someone did in April doesn't necessarily help us today. So since the All-Star break, Matt Olson's ISO rate is 44.3%. So that's insane. Yes, he is very, very good. He will cash one for us tonight. He possibly could go 2. We just need 1. Next up, in the Astros versus Yankees game, we're taking Kyle Tucker to hit a home run +375 odds at Caesars. So I also will admit I liked Tucker yesterday. He wasn't an official play on the Dong Report, but he was an honorable mention. He didn't cash a dong for us, but another player that we're confident that will turn that around today. Tucker did just hit one 2 days ago on August 3rd against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium, so I do like having the recent success there. Now, this is a very good weather game for home runs to be hit. So the Braves-Cubs was not. This Astros-Yankees game, great weather game, and especially for lefties just due to the dimensions at Yankee Stadium. And despite being a lefty, which Kyle Tucker is, he is really good against left-handed pitching, which is what he will be facing against the Yankees. The Yankees are throwing Nestor Cortez out on the mound. He is awful. He's having a really bad year. He's got a home run per 9 of 1.52, which is really, really bad. And against lefties specifically, again, this is taking on the entire year, Tucker has an ISO rate of 26.3%. So he is above that excellent threshold. And then again, I like looking at smaller sample sizes for batters. Since the All-Star break, that ISO rate jumps up to 46.9%. So this is against lefties. He's had a lot of success. He's got 4 home runs and 32 at-bats against a lefty since the All-Star break. That's really good. Love Kyle Tucker to cash one for us tonight. And last up, our last pick of the evening in the Royals versus Phillies game, we're taking Nick Castellanos to hit a home run plus 400 odds at FanDuel. So last up, another juicy weather game, and we're backing Castellanos to hit one. He did just hit one yesterday, and he hit one a couple games ago on August 1st. So 2 home runs in that span, which I like. I like because he had been brutal post All-Star break. He had been so bad post All-Star break, but it seems as though he's breaking out of that slump. He's got a hit in 5 straight games, including those 2 home runs that I mentioned earlier. Another reason why this is a play, the weather's good, and the pitching matchup is squarely in favor of Nick Castellanos. The Royals are throwing Alec Marsh out there on the mound. Ballpark Pal lists that as an extreme advantage for Castellanos, and it's not hard to understand why. The rookie for the Royals has made 5 starts this year, and his home run per 9 is 3.38. Now, for context, if you want to see just how bad that is, the worst pitcher in the MLB has a home run per 9 just above 2, like 2.2. Alec Marsh's is a full run, 1 run higher than that. It's laughably bad home run per 9. He also allows a home run to foul ball ratio of 26.5%, which is awful. I mean, anything in the high teens is bad. Him being at 26.5% is just laughably bad. And at home, Castellanos is a better batter. He's got an ISO rate, and this is again on the entire season. At home, an ISO rate of 24.3%. So that's just below the excellent threshold. So Fangraphs considers anything 20% and above to be great. So Castellanos is in the great category. And as I mentioned, he's been bad post All-Star break. But if you look at the tiny sample size in the past 7 days, he's been better. His ISO rate in the past 7 days, 27.3%. So in the excellent ratio, obviously very small sample size there with only 7 days. But he's hit 2 home runs in that span, ISO rate of 27.3%. I like that, confident that he will go back-to-back, cashing one for us tonight. And that's all I got. 3 plays, 3 home runs that are absolutely going to be hit. Make sure to put a sprinkle on a parlay. It's like $10 to win 700, something like that. I put a unit on all of them straight up, and it feels like a 3-0 day. So if you are tailing, comment and let me know. Other than that, remember to like the video, all that good stuff. Comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.